we have worked together for a long time.
I've been here for almost 20 years.
That's a
Yeah.
little bit before me.
Right. Yeah.
I've always been curious about what brought people into hospice. So, what's your journey?
Well, I had a son who died when he was really young, and I had originally had decided that I should go back to school and become a social worker. That was before hospice was ever even thought of. I thought there needed to be a liaison person between families with terminally ill children and doctors, somebody to help with communication and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And then somewhere along the line, it changed to being a nurse. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 20 some odd years of my life.
So, it was the experience of losing your son that drew you toward
Right.
hospice? Had he been involved in the hospice program?
No, because
or?
that was back in 1981.
Okay.
And so hospice wasn't even, it was barely even thought of at that time. He died at home.
Oh,
We had
wow.
nothing, and we had no support. And so, but we opted to bring him home his last few days of his life. And, we were there by ourselves.
Wow. I know that just what your experience was, it just kind of takes my breath away because of the work that we do on hospice and just knowing all of the services that we provide, the medication, the nursing visits, the chaplains, the social workers. I can't imagine going through the absolute overwhelming grief of losing your own child and having none of those resources to help back you. I can't imagine what that would have felt like.
Well, I think the biggest thing was when he went to the hospital the last time, they said at that time that there was nothing else that they could do for him. We were very fortunate to have a nurse tell us, you don't have to stay here. And so even though it was very painful to move him because he had a brain tumor, and that was before they could cross the blood-brain barrier into the brain,
Right.
I was able to cradle him enough to get him home, and he wanted to go home. And so when we got him home, he just curled up in his bed, and that's exactly where he wanted to be. I had to convince my husband that that's what we needed to do because, this was a pretty scary thing when the doctors tell you he's got 2 days to live.
How old was he?
He was a little over 3.5.
Such a baby.
Yep, my baby.
Yeah. Things like that, it takes you out of the knees.
I had a dream of Randy after he died where I was holding him. It was dark, and I knew it was time to wake up, but I knew that would be the last time that I'd ever hold him.
Yeah.
So it's just, they're always there.
They are always there.
They're always there. Yeah.
Wow.